He's playing Niels Feijen, who we've just seen lose in a hill finish against Naoyuki Oi. So Feijen comes in with a record of 1-1 and lost one. Kaci has only played one, and it was a defeat. There is Niels Feijen, the Terminator, former world champion, very experienced player. 44 years of age, looks fantastic for it. And his much younger opponent, literally half his age, 22-year-old Eklent Kaci, starts us off.
Yeah, Eklent Kaci, very poor start in his opening match against Mr. Mellin, so he needs to improve vastly. And it's a big match, you don't want to be on no wins from 2. Albin Ocean's going along nicely on table 2. Chris Mellin stayed on that table after that good win over David Alcade. Albin Ocean is 3-0 up and he's at the table.
Ocean looking very good. It was a very solid performance from him in the first match against Naoyuki Oi. He won it by 5 racks to 2. And if anyone's going to be played in, it's him. 44 matches it took him to get through to the winners group. And I don't think fatigue from all those matches is going to be an issue, because he timed his qualification perfectly and had a day off yesterday. So he's closing in on 4-0 on the other table. Niels Feijen of the Netherlands, one of the top 10 prize money winners in the history of pool. Round about $1.25 million to his name. Not sure how much of it he still has.
Knowing Niels the full lot. So he's playing safe, and he's played a wonderful shot here. Purposely played cue ball and object ball on the side rails to hook Kaci. Nice opening shot. Albin Ocean wins the 4th rack. So, well, that's a very, very speedy start. And usually it's Chris who gets off to the flyer, so...
Yeah, he's not really featured very much in that match, but he'll be fine about it even if he loses it, because he's won his first 2, and you're getting the sense Ocean is going to beat most players today.
Yeah, you just start to get a feeling as, you know, we're watching all the matches unfold of who looks like they're playing the best and who's hanging on and who's struggling, and Albin certainly seems to be standing out from the crowd out of everyone we've seen. David Alcade got off to a good start. He was a little bit shaky in his second. Of course, it is still early days. Kaci makes the hit, but he's left Niels Feijen in and at the table. "19 players started, there's just 7 left. Of course, if you don't make the top 4 today, your tournament is over."
Well, it was so different yesterday, wasn't it? Because all through the week it had been a case of only one player being eliminated from the tournament each day. Yesterday, towards the end of it, they were falling at the rate of about 1 every half an hour. 6 going in one day. And it's the same today.
One thing you will always get from Niels Feijen is 100% concentration. Doesn't matter whether he's 4-0 up or 4-0 down. He will always give it his all. Always paces around the table at the same pace. Always looks very determined.
think the introduction of the shot clock really helped him, actually, because he was playing well the first couple of days. But at times I felt he was getting in his own way a bit, maybe taking a bit too long over shots. So when the 30-second limit was brought in, he couldn't continue to do that. And noticeably his game improved greatly from that point on, and he ended up winning Thursday's group.
Yeah, and I think the shot clock helped us out as well, Michael.
Yeah, couldn't keep going to bed at 1 AM every day. Those days are long gone.
You mean you've been to bed after 9 PM?
We all had our time, Carl.
Yeah, that's a decent shot there from Niels. He's on this 9-ball nicely, so kind of looks like he's going to get off to a good start.
Goes without saying, it's always nice to win the opening rack. It's even nicer when it's against the break. Niels Feijen 1-0 up on Eklent Kaci. Started playing when he was 16, Niels Feijen, which is actually quite late, really. But he became hooked on the game straight away. Started getting videotapes of the great players. There wasn't that much pool on TV at the time. So he had to find some way of seeing how the game was played at the highest level, and studied those videos very intently. And then travelled to the US at a young age to go and play some of those players and really improve his game, and made a quick impact as early as 1997. He finished 9th in the US Open. A couple of years later, got to the final of a massive event in Tokyo, field of more than 700, and he battled his way through to face Efren Reyes for the title and a first prize of 100 million yen, which sounds enormous. Even in dollars, it's very good by pool terms. That was 160,000. But Reyes did beat him quite comfortably. But he had arrived on the world stage, and he's pretty much stayed there ever since.
Yeah, no shot after the break. Don't think he can see an edge, so he's going to be playing a push out. Albin Ocean gives Chris Mellin the donut, so didn't expect that one, but Chris is still doing good. He's still 2 from 3.
Yeah, Ocean looking very sharp, but, you know, we've seen this with a number of players who've been really fast out of the blocks at the start of the day, and then just haven't seen it through. Generally, it's been the players who've made an okay start who've ended up winning the group. But if there was one player left who you would feel could start off the day like that and continue it all the way through to the finish, I think it probably would be Ocean. So ominous signs. He's won his first 2 matches, and he's only lost 2 racks.
Kaci's having none of it, so he puts his opponent straight back into the table. And doesn't look a very easy safety shot either. You can clearly see just the left edge of the one. And he needs to avoid the double hit. And then he's got to try and avoid the balls coming back down. And this is close to a scratch. Wow. That is very fortunate. There you see the little tap with the chalk, as if to say, I got away with that one.
Well, big time. I mean, Kaci gets ball in hand. From here, you'd fancy him for 1-all. Instead, he's got a spot of bother to contend with here. Didn't really look awake in his opening match against Chris Mellin. We understand he got up only a short time before play began. He's very much a night owl. We're talking about 1 AM finishes. I think he regards that as still the middle of the day.
Yeah, he needs to kind of draw the cue ball into the railer. He's got to get this cue ball swerving past the green 6. Difficult shot. Yeah, very good hit there from Kaci, and he'll be happy with that one. The main goal is to just hopefully not leave your opponent an easy opening pot. So Niels will be playing another safety shot here. Trying to get the cue ball in behind the green 6.
Albin Ocean looking to build on the considerable momentum he's already generated. He's at the table to play David Al-Qaedi, who's had 1 win and 1 defeat already. And that's just ideal for Ocean. Straight back out there after playing so well in his 5-0 win over the previously undefeated Chris Melling.
What a jump shot from Kaci there. Thin all the way down the rail. Pots the ball, and he's not too bad on the 2. 50-yard line, but then you see another look. Cuts it all the way down the rail. Cue ball, it's the 8. And he has a shot of the 2. He's got to pick his game up though. First game, very poor start for the young Albanian. And of course he will know that. He won't be happy with the way he kind of threw that match away, and that's not a bad shot. Yeah, he's on the 3 ball, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he does need to pick things up. We were talking in his earlier match about the career he's had. He's gone very deep in some of the very biggest events, and he's won some decent-sized tournaments. But if he is to take that step up and become one of the very best players, a win in a tournament like this would be a big help when you look at the strength of the field, the number of matches involved. It would be quite a statement to make, to himself as much as anyone else, if he could be holding that trophy tonight. So got to knuckle down here.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are and what you've won. It's always nice to get that first rack on the board. Always kind of just settles you down, and it feels like you're involved in the match. Things are going along nicely for Albin Ocean. He's at the table with a nice little layout on table 2, so...
Well, that's the thing I was saying. He's basically just picked up where he left off. Probably doesn't feel like he's even had a gap between matches. And when you're playing as well as he is today, that's exactly what you want. So things looking a bit better for Kaci now. And he draws level with Niels Feijen at 1 rack apiece. Now, Naoki Oi was a winner on this table earlier against Niels Feijen. Let's hear from him now.
Naoki, 1 win and 1 defeat so far. Happy with the morning?
Yeah, today is a very serious morning. Is shooting bad image. Body is not moving. Tough tournament, and a long time they stay hotel. They about to 1 weeks. Today bad image, and in Japan stay many practice, and today last game only lucky there. Yeah.
Like you said, it's a tough tournament, but how tough is today's group?
Yeah. Coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Never mind the matches. I think it's the interviews that really wear him out. And Naoki Oi will be back on a little later against Eklent Kaci, who has the break here.
Yeah, great break off there. A lot of power. Controls the cue ball. And he's got a shot at this 2 ball. I do believe it sneaks past the purple 5. This is only Kaci's second match. He lost his opening match, so it's still not worrying times. If he can get a win on the board here, he's still 1 from 2, so he's still in a good position.
Yeah, I think at any stage of the group, if you've won half of your matches, then you're pretty much on course. It's generally 3 out of 6 needed. You can get through with 2 if you've done well on the countback of racks. 4 pretty much guarantees it. It is mathematically possible to win 4 and miss out, but it hasn't happened. It hasn't come close to happening. So just as long as you're winning as many matches as you're losing, you're going to be happy enough. He's been a US Open finalist. He's been a World 9-ball semi-finalist. And all at such a young age. The obvious suggestion is that he's certainly got the ability and the potential to win those standout titles.
Yeah, it was a nice break and it was a nice layout, so I didn't expect anything else other than a catchy break and run.
It's going to be the first break and run from either player in this match. Eklent Kaci was 1-0 down, but now he leads Niels Feijen by 2 racks to 1. We'll be back in a moment.
Sporting events should not be held until there are no new cases.
Well, that's right up there with the no crowd, but who needs them? Just in terms of pure potting ability, he's just one of the best we've ever seen.
Oh my word. Incredible.
What a power-packed partnership it is. Start the engraving process.
Monday afternoon in Milton Keynes, the final day, the winners group of Predator Championship League pool. Niels Feijen has lost 2 racks in a row, so he trails 2-1 against Eklent Kaci as he breaks off in the 4th.
Yeah, another good break off. Does the 1 ball sneak past this purple 5?
If not, it's hard to tell. Looks like it just goes, but if not, can he play it in off the 5?
He tried to play the combo and, well, he didn't even hit the ball on the way through. He hit it off the rail, so good chance for Kaci now. This is what you need. You need your opponent to make a mistake, and now you need to capitalise, and Kaci needs to do this no more than any man left in the event, because he lost his opening match. It's only his 2nd match.
Yeah, it was a bad mistake by Feijen, and that's characterised his week, really. He's played very well at times. All 4 of the groups he played in, he got to at least the semi-finals. He was in the final of 2 of them and obviously won 1, which is why he's here today. But along the way, you wouldn't say he's been consistent on a shot-to-shot basis. He's had some dreadful misses and bad errors. And that one could turn out to be the key moment in this match, because Kaci's got a chance here to go 3-1, and he'll have the break in the next rack.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pool played this week. We've seen a lot of the players play match after match after match, so, you know, no one's going to play absolutely perfect. There's going to be errors, but I kind of see what you mean. I think Niels has... you know, the mistakes he's made, they've been, you know, real easy mistakes, and I think if I had to name a few players, I think Kaci played some good pool this week, and, you know, fair enough, he kind of come to the table this morning straight from his bed, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's got to wake up.
David Al-Kadi has won the 2nd rack on the other table to level at 1-1 with Alban Ocean, who prior to that had won 7 racks in a row across 3 matches. Ooh, well. A late twist in the 4th rack, Carl.
Niels Feijen has played 2 matches today, and he's 1 out of 2. He'll be sat there, and even the great Niels Feijen will be thinking, wow, how's he not scratched there? And he did hold his hand up, so I presume he can see the potting angle.
Yeah, looking away from the pocket like that. It's never easy. So almost the scratch. He was just about able to still make the shot on the 8. And Eklent Kaci goes 2 clear. He's won 3 in a row now. Kaci 3, Feijen 1. Bit of an improvement on his first match, Carl.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he dodged a bullet there. He played such a poor shot to get on the 8, and you know, it looked like the cue ball was going to fall in the middle. It didn't. It left in the potting angle, but still not convinced, even though he's 3-1 up in this second match. But he can play his way into the group. That's what's key about this format.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we saw players starting off so well in groups. Mieszko Fortunski, Naoki Oi, Roberto Gomez, all came fast out of the blocks in early groups. For them anyway, early on in their participation. But just couldn't see it through for the day. The players who've won groups have generally been the ones who've started okay. And then, as you say, played their way into it. And a bit of an improvement, as I say, from the first match. But you're absolutely right. He's still not been as convincing as you might expect. But he leads this one comfortably, and he's got the break.
Yeah, all 7 players that have made it through to the finals today will be signing a queue. And if you want to win that queue, head over to matchroompool.com, because there's a raffle going on. It's for the Jeanette Lee Legacy Fund. Jeanette Lee, one of the biggest names, if not the biggest names in our sport. If you don't know Jeanette Lee, you will know the Black Widow. That's a nickname. She was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer. So Matchroom Multisport doing a raffle. Lots of cool prizes over there. So as I just said, there's a signed queue by all group winners, the Zoom coaching with European and USA captain Alex Laley, Jeremy Jones, even the balls from the final. You can win them. I'm sure the guys from the final will sign the balls and stuff. Predator P3 Revo Q, Mosconi Cup VIP experience, including tickets and a chance to play, well, your favourite player. Also, US Open season tickets. So head over to matchroompool.com and get your money out and get your tickets.
Is it all those prizes as a package, or are they all raffled off individually?
Yeah, I think they're all raffled off individually. I presume if your ticket gets drawn first, maybe you will get your pick of the prizes, or maybe they just go through the list. Kaci's playing a thin one, and he's over-thinned it. He needs a little bit of luck. He's had a little bit so far, and it's still continuing. So, you know, Niels looks in pretty good shape, 1 from 2, but he can soon start slipping away. And his buddy Mark Bijsterbosch is not doing too good. He's played 2 and he's not got off the mark yet. He's none from 2.
Yeah, I was bigging him up earlier, just on the basis that he was coming in off the back of winning Group 7 and looking to carry that momentum through, but not been his day so far.
No, but your man will be up next on Table 1. In fact, he's playing the next 2 matches. Eklent Kaci will stay on this table, and then the last match of the day will be Bijsterbosch versus Mellin before the evening session. So Kaci's got a chance here. You can see the frustration from Niels there as he leaves this ball over the pocket.
Got to remind you, Bijsterbosch was only my sort of backup pick, Carl. Chris Melling was my main pick, and he's going well.
Of course, pal, of course.
The really good news for you, Carl, is it's trivia time at the end of the rack. I've got a really good question for you.
Uh-oh. Why'd you do that to me, Michael? You know I'm no good at chase and tipping point and all that.
You've answered your own question now. That's exactly why I do it.
Yeah, good point.
I'm hopeful, actually, you'll do well with this one.
Just get the feeling Eklent Kaci is going to start warming up now. Shaky start. Even in this match, he's not been clinical from what we've seen previous from him. And
yeah, as I was saying, it's a bit of an improvement on how he played in the first match, and he needed that just to get a win under his belt. And then, if he does, then once that's happened, he may settle into it a bit.
Needs an angle though. He's slightly under it, the cue ball there. Now he might have to power this in off the 2 rails and come over towards the left centre area of the table, left centre pocket that is. And of course he's going to draw it round the opposite way, so it's a similar shot. It's going to come over to the opposite side middle now. Well, he was dead straight on it, and he's got to avoid this centre. He's already flirted with it once in this match. Still not quite at the races, is he? He's leaving himself awkward shots and...
Yeah, you feel he's battling with himself to play well, but he's battling successfully at the moment. And now he's on the hill at 4-1. Now, Carl, you might not know the answer as such, but I'd say if you think about it, you'll quite possibly get it. You mentioned Jeanette Lee there. She actually played in the first ever Mosconi Cup in 1994 because it was mixed teams. Each side had 2 women. So I've given you one of them there, Jeanette Lee. So who were the other 3? So 1 more American and 2 on the European side.
Alison Fisher.
Yeah, for Europe.
I think the European lady was somebody I'm not familiar with, and she, you know, she's not a big name now. I think she was like sort of Swedish or Belgium or something like that.
Sort of Swedish or Belgian or something like that.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
It means something in my own head.
It means she's not British. So I'll give you that. You're right on that front.
Oh, I feel like it's something like, I'm going to be way off the mark here, but like Stark or something.
Yeah,
Stark, is that right?
Yeah, from Germany, yeah.
First name Jessica, was it? Or no?
You should have quit while you were ahead there. Francisca Stark. But we'll give it to you because you got the surname.
That's a point, definitely. Yeah.
No, that was the one I thought you'd struggle on. So who was the other American lady?
I don't think this is the answer, but I know she played Vivian Villarreal.
Perfect. I am impressed. You got them all.
Let's go, baby. So, back to table 1 after Michael tries to stitch me up.
I just wanted to showcase your knowledge, Carl. I had every faith that you'd get them. Well done. Not so well done, though, is that break. And he walked away from the table sounding a bit fed up with how this match has gone. He might be more fed up in a minute because this is a chance for Kaci.
Yeah, queuing down over the 8 ball, you can often put a little bit of unwanted spin, which can cause the missed pot. Well, he didn't hit that clean at all, and I'm pretty surprised it went in, but I think the speed of the shot just helped it fall in the pocket. And is there a 4-9 combo? Is that on? Maybe not.
In a way, that last shot was a microcosm of the whole match for him. It's a bit of a struggle, but it's happening for him. And the way that ball wriggled into the pocket sort of summed that up.
Yeah, and let's not forget Niels got off to a wonderful start over his, over his playing partner, and now he's on the brink of losing this one, and he's got a little bit of thinking to do. We both picked Niels to finish in the top 4, let's not forget.
Yeah, we did. Well, I mean, he's been in the top 4 of every group he's been in. One thing you would say is the overall depth of quality in this group just marginally higher than the other ones he's played in, because, of course, they've all won a group to get here. Well, he's eyeing up your combo, Carl.
Yeah, it's not dead set, but it needs to be made, and there's definitely a lot of value in playing this shot, and it's for the match.
And the 4-9 combo, a fine way to finish. Eklent Kaci may be up and running now, played a good